Alright, greetings one and all. It's your brother Marley. So I've just left our sister Shaunte, just left her house. Really sad, man. Really sad. Because when she first came to the Gambia, her and Phoenix first came to the Gambia together. They came over to Mo 2 and I showed them the house that she's actually got robbed in. So to see the house go from such a place of promise and good vibrations to somewhere where it's just regret and upset, it's not good. It's not good. But I remember speaking with a few people from around here, people from the diaspora, and I told them that with this coronavirus thing, there is going to be a big dip in the income, in local income, that high street income. Without the tourists, the hotels can't run. If the hotels can't run, then the restaurants don't have no one to go in there. If the hotels and restaurants don't have no one to go in there, then the suppliers have nothing, no one to supply, and those suppliers where they're going to get their stuff from, those farmers have no one to sell their goods to. All the taxi drivers that take those people to work and so on and so forth, they're out of work. And so those people who work at the petrol stations who fill up those taxi drivers and the mechanics who fix those taxis, they're out of work. So it's like an ongoing cascade of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just this lack of income coming in, like, it affects everybody. Is a big part of the country's GDP is tourism. They said it was like a third of the GDP is tourism, but I don't believe it. I'm sure it's much more than that. And now that we're going, we're a year and a half since tourists were even in the country. Yeah, the pain is starting to hit people, and because people are in pain and people are hungry, they're taking it out on people who look like they've got money. So that's why people like Phoenix and Shaunte and myself and the Arrivals and Bag Family and Blagsit and pretty much a whole other set of people who you don't know, who do not have YouTube channels. I'm going for a really bad patch of, they call it a road, but it's just like this, whoa, mud bath is what I'm going for at the moment. So excuse me shaking around and the camera shaking about the place. And I've got to concentrate. I'm going to talk and drive through this water at the same time. Okay. So yeah, this is regular things, man. People are struggling. And you know what? It's like, whether you are Gambian or whether you are not, whether you're from some other part of Africa or the diaspora in general, if it looks like you've got some money about you, you're getting targeted. Just like everywhere else where there's thieves. Just like everywhere else. But the question that is going through my head, before I even go into the question going through my head, let me answer a question that was posed in Go Black to Africa's video. He was saying, how is it you got to do all this banging to smash out the ironwork in front of the windows and nobody hears? Well, according to my friends in low places, they've told me that what is usually used is a car jack. So they slip the car jack between the window and the bars, start just turn the handle, and it slowly and quietly just lifts the burglar bars out of the concrete. Oh, thank you very much, sir. I'm on normal road now. So with that, it means that people are able to get in the house without much noise at all. Second question, why were the dogs not barking? Because the dogs knew who was robbing the house. Pretty simple. If the owner is there, or who the dog assumes is the owner, whether you're security or the person in the house, the dog doesn't know any different. If you go in with that person, the dog is going to accept you as it's okay for you to be in the yard. I was in the house, dogs never barked at all. Because Shaunte let me in. So, all that to say, be careful what you wish for. Because what a lot of us wish for is we wish to not be under so much government scrutiny and surveillance all the time. We want to be able to get out, be free. Well, getting out and being free means that you have more responsibility on your day-to-day life. Whether that be, where does your water come from? Where does your food, who grows your food? You know what I mean? If the electricity is not running, what is your alternative means of power? They're issues that are not even thought about in the West. You know, when I first came to Gambia, I bought a generator. It's about this big, tiny, and I was like, yeah, that'll be enough to, like, you know, run that while I'm running my restaurant, not knowing that that was enough to run just a few light bulbs. I needed something that was heavy enough to be able to handle the fridges. I have 7 fridges and 3 freezers at the old restaurant. I needed something to run all of those. And the small little generator I bought from the UK was not up to the challenge at all. Because I had no idea. I had no idea what to look for, what to think about. Because that wasn't even in my mindset. Some people, they say they want to come here because they like how the lifestyle here isn't as draconian as it is in the West. Well, look, see here. Now you're going to have certain people who are not bound by the same kind of rules that many people in the West are bound by. You know, so for example, we all went to primary school, then we all went to secondary school. We may call the schools differently, but the training is the same. The indoctrination is still the same. When you're young, you sit there and the teacher comes to you and you all spend the day in the class with your mates. Because what you're learning there isn't just ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You're learning, look at me, look at, oh shoot, look at me. Sorry, I apologize, I've got no seatbelt on. Sorry, police. You're there not only just learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, you're learning how to interact with your peers, with other children. When you go into secondary school, not only are you learning about how to interact with other people, but you're learning how to work, how you wake up in the morning, how between each subject, you know, you have to like make your way to the next classroom. So you have to be there on time. So you're learning how to get to work on time. You're learning how to dress for work. You're learning those things from when you're young. So that makes you a good worker. Whether you like it or not, school is training, it's not education. Education, that word comes from the Latin word educare, which means to take out of, bring forth from, is what it means. Oh, I've got police coming in, hold on. Okay. That was very quiet. Siren, that was very weird. Yeah, bring forth from. So, because what they're actually doing is inculcating into us how to be a good worker, they're indoctrinating us into something else. It's not education, it's training. Training is what we have. So you have to be very careful what you wish for. Very careful. If you're wishing for somewhere where, you are free, you don't have all the draconian laws and red tape that the West comes with, you don't have, you're looking for a situation where you are more in control of your day-to-day, there's a price that comes along with that. It's not all good, it's not all positive, there's also the other side to it. Usually I don't try to think in the words of positive, or think in the way of positive and negative. I'm just using that as an example. Because it's all energy. It's all energy. Some people, they'll come to Africa or they'll come to Gambia because they want to experience life on the continent. They want to come home. They want, there's a bunch of positive reasons. And that will be enough to bring them here. There's other people who will say, I'm going over there because I don't want to be around these racists. I don't want to be around these crooked politicians. I don't want to be around this 24/7 media machine. I want to be free mentally. I want to be, know for myself. So one could be seen as a negative and one could be seen as a positive, but both of those energies get you here. So whatever way works, what's important is where is it actually getting to. But understand that this place and anywhere else which is not under the direct rule, under the direct thumb of those Western businesses called countries, you will have to deal with a lot of stuff which you may not want to deal with. Go on, man. Go on. What are you looking at me for? My God. Got to deal with dumb drivers as well. Yeah, so all that to say, I want you to come over to Gambia. I want you to come over to Africa. I want you to see for yourself. Some people are, I talked to Shaunte and she's like, I'm done, finished. Why would I leave America to come here to this? And I'm saying to her, listen, there are plenty of us, who care about you, who love you, don't want to see you go, want to see you have the best. There's a life you can lead here, but it takes extra in the way of responsibility, extra in the way of work. There's extra in the way of what's that word? I can't remember the word, but it's like not everything is easy, not everything is handed to you on a platter. There's some things you've got to go out there and, work for. You've got to hustle for. That's the price you pay for that, that freedom, that mental freedom, not having people trying to tell you what to think, what to do, how to do, where to do, and who you are. You understand? So look after yourself, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, kings and queens, friends, frenemies, and your agents. Take care of yourself. This is your brother Marley, signing off.